This is a microwave convection oven combo. So we don't have a full-size oven down here in this basement kitchenette, so this will do the job of a small oven. It'll be perfect. Most micro hood installations are very similar. Usually the micro hood comes with a template that tells you where to put some holes in the wall to put up the bracket that the micro hood hangs on. And then it tells you where to put the holes underneath the cabinet to put in the plug and also the screw holes that will hold the microwave up under the cabinet. It's really crucial that this upper cabinet is attached to the wall very well, because the micro hood hangs on that and this bracket on the wall. It's important with this bracket on the wall that at least a couple of these screws end up in a stud. Now we're just going to hang the microwave on that back little bracket, and then once you hang it on, then you tip it up into place. That's pretty much how they all work. It's best if you do this with somebody, and you come up top while somebody's holding it up, and you put the long screws down into the top of the cabinet, right into these screws here. Boom! You're in. Here's the sink we purchased from IKEA. There's the name on it. It makes it real easy to do your own countertops, whether you're using a butcher block or a laminate or granite like we're using. Now the only thing about this sink, and I didn't know this, it does not come with a hole. All the porcelain sinks at IKEA come with a hole. This one does not. So I've marked the center, and I'm also going to make a mark right over about here for the soap dispenser, and I'm going to put in my own holes with a little hole saw. Here's the sink, or the faucet that we're going to put in. You can see it's just kind of your standard stainless look. It comes with a little free spout for soap, and this little part here comes out with a hose, and you can spray your dishes. This was under $100 at Lowe's. Again, very inexpensive products to make your kitchen look sweet and be very functional. This is a product I just picked up from Home Depot or Lowe's, one of those. Lennox. Make sure that it says for metal. Metal. If it's for wood only, it will not cut through stainless steel. I made 2 holes. One of them I already put in the soap dispenser. That one's going to be for the faucet. When you get a brand new sink, you will need to have a drain, a little sink basket they call it, or a garbage disposal, or both if you have a double bowl sink. So you pick one of these up. They're not too expensive. This was about $7 or $8, and the only tip is really to purchase some of this stuff here, Ote plumber's putty, and you're gonna roll out a little snake of this stuff and put it around this edge, and then you will make sure those ends meet up there, and then you will put on the little basket, and then from the underside you will put these rims and gaskets here. This bottom one here screws on, and you use these little notches here with a larger wrench to tighten it up, and you will see this stuff squirt out from underneath the lip of the basket. When you can no longer tighten the ring underneath any further, and a lot of this stuff has squirted out, you know you have a good seal. So now we tightened the rings on the back side, and we just come around with a finger and clean up the excess plumber's putty. It leaves a little bit of a greasy mess, but that can easily be cleaned with the stainless steel cleaner. Boom, done. We have a sink drain. We'll go over some of the rest of the plumbing later. I find it a little bit easier to put on all the plumbing stuff before the sink goes on, because that way I'm not lying on my back getting stuff in my eyes. So I put on the Teflon tape, the sink faucet, of course, Also put on these braided steel hoses. I recommend the braided steel just because you will have less problems over a lifetime than if you use the plastic ones. Sometimes they burst. I've also taken care of all the plumbing down there, so all I need is the tail piece on the bottom of the sink strainer basket, and then hook up these ends to the 3/8 inch compression valves right there, and boom, we'll be done. So all we have left to do now is the countertops. Still haven't put those on yet, but everything else is good to go. Put knobs on the cabinets. It does give you something to hold on to as well as dress up the cabinets. Also, we did put crown molding on. I like the look of crown molding. This cabinet product at Lowe's has available the toe kick, little spacers, and also crown molding that's already stained and ready to go. Alright, tomorrow we'll have the granite countertops in, and we'll give you a final look at the end product. Alright, our final day of the kitchen install, and our kitchen countertops are going in. Close this, we had it open just so we could see our where to line up our pilot holes through the plywood down into the top of this base cabinet. So the plywood 3/4 inch is down. It is firm. It is not going anywhere. Now we're using a flat polish edge granite. The beauty of flat polish instead of the bull nose or some of the other scalloped edges is that it is easy. Number one, it matches up really nicely with this type of sink. Number two, you don't have to make a cut here. This is just that already finished edge, and we just let it go all the way over there. Then we match up this other piece, and it's going to come this way. To install the granite, what we need is Bondo body filler. The professionals may use a different type of epoxy, but it's all pretty much the same. Basically, you just mix it up. I don't mix it too pink. If you mix it too pink, that's too much hardener. It goes off too quickly. Put some of the goo in here. Mix it up with a little bit of the hardener. Lift this up and then put it underneath. A couple of little swipes of it. Let it just sit down on its own, and boom, we've got countertops. And here's the final product with our kitchenette. Nice saddle brown maple cabinets by Lowe's. They're a stock item, and we're very pleased with them. A few little customized features. A couple little racks inside. Makes the pantry space a little more usable. Granite countertops. We didn't cut them. We simply installed them and caulked them in place. Sink from IKEA. Faucet from Lowe's. Sears on the micro hood. That was out of the newspaper, or maybe Craigslist, can't remember. But overall, total cost on the kitchen was about $3,500, including appliances. And the total man hours on the project, 32 hours. Not too shabby. And it looks custom, and it looks beautiful.